too. Now, what I've got in here is 3 key things that I'm thinking of. One is around the success to an interview is really around that preparation and thinking about getting behind the headlines of the job spec and the job description that you've received. That's absolutely critical to the success of it. And one of the things that you'll find is that if you've not had an interview yet in the UK, there's a certain style of the way that the questions are created. And I think that for me is what I really want to highlight is some of the competency-based interview style questions. So I'll explain a bit more about that as we go through. But in essence, for me, there are a number of things to think about. And with the preparation, it's really around thinking about the best thing that you can do. So the first big takeaway is to really think about the different types of aspects of the work that you do now and the storytelling behind it, thinking about the examples, bringing to life situations. The more that you can talk about the time that you've done this and an example of when you've done that and highlighting it, it really does help. And then I'm going to come on to thinking about the panel, but one of the things that's useful is understanding who will be on the panel and thinking about their respective roles. And do you have any commonality of interest? So one of the things that you might find, so for those of you who've got shorter interviews, some of you have got 15, 20-minute interviews, you'll find that the panel is should be smaller. It probably is 1 to 3 people. Let me know if you know already how many people are on your panel. But what you will find on the panel is that when you're thinking about the screen, you're here, but obviously the panel you can see across your screen, and not like when you're doing face-to-face, you can't do eye contact here, and here, but you want to go across. So for those of you that have got 2 to 3, what you're going to find is that you're going to be able to move your eyes ever so slightly, that when someone's talking that you can engage with them. And I think that will really help. And so for those, so one of you that's got from HR, you're going to be the HR style of question. They're there to make sure, obviously, about due diligence and professionalism, but they might be there to ask particular questions that you may well have relating to what Sam was saying before, the uniqueness of perhaps certain aspects of contracts, certain things that come together. So that's great that you've got that. And with the consultants who are there, one of the things that they're really trying to assess is a few things on the panel. They're trying to really look for, can you do the job? Will you do the job? And your motivation for doing it. There's these 3 things. I just thought I'd share different types of motivation questions, just so that you can see a few of them and get a sense of it. And then the other thing that I thought I would do alongside it is to highlight on the next slide just some of the different types of headings that you would expect to see from foundation up, the different headings that come through, so that after today, for those of you, you've got your interviews, you can start to think about examples. Here is that if you're interested in knowing a little bit more about the membership and what's taking place, then don't hesitate to let us know. Because I think one of the things that's really useful, so for example, I can see in the chat that within the BMA, there is also the BMJ, and that includes loads and loads of e-learning modules. And I can't tell you how beneficial they are, because